folks, Jessica here. So today I'm going to be talking about Xeno Carow. Xeno Carow is the last of the Xeno events, so now we have the full cycle of Xeno weapons. It is a Xeno light sword, and if you're not familiar with the Xeno weapons, they're pretty much the strongest EX weapon you can get. Like, they're universally used in endgame grids of pretty much every element, so if you're wondering whether or not you farm this thing, you definitely should. Depending on your grid, you might need multiple FOB copies. This is a harder event, not gonna lie. So if you're a newer player, I would still try and get at least one of the weapons. You don't have to FLB it. And the way you would do that is just assist in raids until you get all the drops you need to trade in for a weapon. That's definitely, it's not gonna be easy, but it's worth doing because the Xeno weapons are going to be a huge boost for really any grid, but especially for a new grid, even on FLB. I unfortunately, according to Motocal, have to farm 3 FLB swords. We'll see if we actually do that because it's a huge pain. But for my light grid, that's what I recommend, so we'll see. The other reason you definitely want to do this event is I would be surprised if it came back earlier than 8 months from now, or a year from now even. The Xeno events take a long time to cycle back around, just because there's 6 of them. Also, they are infrequent on top of there being 6 of them, so it's going to be a while before we see Xeno Carow again. So yeah, don't miss the opportunity to get this. This is not intended to be a walkthrough, it's more just a gameplay video. I can do a walkthrough if that's something you guys are interested in. I usually don't for this kind of thing, just because the experience is going to vary so much depending on what you're running. I'm a dark main, so this event is actually right in my wheelhouse. Running Swimsuit Zoe, because of course I am. I don't make the rules. If you're running Dark Emily, you're running Swimsuit Zoe. Dark Jeanne d'Arc and 6, because they both do a lot of damage, but also they're very survivable. Jeanne's 3 skill, I forgot the name of it, will keep her alive through pretty much anything. 6 will dodge most of the time. Whether it be through mirror images or just his really high innate dodge. Orchid is my 4th slot because Orchid, the way I think of it is Orchid starts really strong from full health, unlike some of the other characters in Dark. Just like if you go into puppet mode and then use her her 3 skill for the big nuke, she comes out of the gate really strong. Tien/Esser, whatever you want to call her, is there for a 5% item drop. And my grid, I think I've showed this before, it's fairly standard Whale Dark grid. 3 Gislas, 2 Cortanas, 2 Celeste Claws, a Xeno Katana, Quillen Harp, Cerberus Gun, and these are my summons. So here we go. So, not gonna lie, I used to use Narmaya for that 2nd slot instead of Jeanne, and the issue I was running into is I was pushing her past her 50% trigger, which actually would get my front line just obliterated by the trigger, which is not good. So I'm actually trying to do enough damage. I get her like right up to 50%, but not below it. Oh, we went 30% Bahamut, so perfect. I'm getting that element warning because I'm using Esser, which reminds me, with all the Xeno events, there is a damage penalty if you're not running the advantageous element, so definitely don't recommend doing this with a team that's not Dark. I mean, if you had an extraordinarily powerful team that's not Dark, then maybe, but you're probably going to want to use on elements. So we're just going to get everything up, including Bahamut. And Dark excels at events that are on the shorter side. Like, it's probably the strongest element for farming and for shorter events, just because it does so much burst damage, especially Enmity Dark, and we're going to maximize that by using Leech Door also for the tag team double attack, basically. Not double attack, but the extra round you get from tag team. I'm also going to activate the drums and do now. Alright, let's see how low we get. Remember, we don't want to push her past 50%, so I think this is going to bring us right up to the cusp of 50. It's not the end of the world we push her to 50, past 50, but it's not ideal. It makes it there's more variables in play at that point, I guess is the best way to put it. Alright. Comes up, and then we'll just finish her out with what we've got left. Rajan's paralyzed, but should do a bunch of damage even without Rajan. And 6 will get his mirror images up from his EP. 6 is so anime. He's even got stand for you JoJo lovers out there. I'm not a huge JoJo lover, but a lot of my friends are. I think her triggers are 45%, 40%, and 20% also. They're mostly just damage for the most part. And this is what I'm talking about. Orchid dodge, 6 dodge, Jean is invulnerable. Having the front line die out is actually not a bad thing because it lets me get Esther up for the treasure hunt. I guess you could run Bandit Tycoon if you wanted to truly maximize your treasure hunt and all that. Bandit Tycoon's such a ridiculous name. It sounds like imagine. You know what? Bandit Tycoon actually sounds like a great game. I would play the shit out of a game named Bandit Tycoon. Like a little management sim where you like manage a team of bandits, like pillaging people and stealing things and committing like highway robbery and all that. That would be awesome. I would play that game. Someone make that game. I would play that game. Okay, she should. I think she's dead after this, actually. Maybe. Gonna be close. Oh, 7%. Not even close. Again, like most of my characters should survive this. And yeah, like I said, I'm using the characters I'm using because, one, they do a lot of damage, but not too much damage. Look at you, Maya. So you don't mess with triggers. And also, they're super survivable, which really works your advantage here, because those attacks do hit for a ton of damage if you can't in-bone/dodge them. No flip chest. This is like actually the second time I've recorded this, because the first time I recorded it, the video was fine, but my audio wasn't recording for some reason. I'm gonna cry if that happens again. You'll never see this if that happens again, so yeah. Alright. But yeah, that's basically it. Few things in closing. These true Xeno Carow animas only come from the raid, so you're gonna have to run some amount of the raid to get these. The fans come from Nightmare and the raid. So the most efficient way I find to get these things is to do the Nightmares, so just run extremes until you get a Nightmare, or run a Maniac, then run an extreme. Sorry, run a Maniac, then run a Nightmare for fans, but your mileage will vary. The other items fall from the sky. You're gonna have enough of these. It's just these last two items that you're gonna worry about. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. If you want to follow me on Twitter or support me on Patreon, those links will be down below. And I will catch you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye!